Recently, we purchased a new car stereo that features Apple Carplay and Android Auto. This is the video that I was looking for when I was researching car stereos. The specific thing I wanted to know had to do with the fact that my wife uses iOS and I use Android. Since we both use the car, I needed to be sure that our receiver could easily go back and forth between the two platforms, and I wanted to see how it works. This video will not go into the features of Android Auto or CarPlay, nor will it meaningfully compare the two. There are plenty of great videos for that. In terms of setup, CarPlay was far easier. Essentially, I plugged in my wife's iPhone and it just worked. For my Android phone, which is a Pixel, I had to install the app and give it all the permissions it needed. But once I did that, it too just worked upon plugging it in. I was pleased to see that the receiver would seamlessly switch back and forth between the two platforms with no issues. One gotcha is that since my car has only a single USB port, I have to plug in both ends of the cable. I don't know if using some sort of hub would alleviate this. One particular annoyance is that my phone, which is a Google Pixel, plugs in using USB-C. USB-C can be fickle, and this particular receiver, the Sony XAV AX100, doesn't handle communication errors that happen in the cable. You'll see here that after a moment, it just shuts off. My installer called Sony, who promised a firmware update to fix this. In the meantime, as a workaround, they recommended buying a shorter cable by a particular brand to reduce the possibility of transmission errors. It was inexpensive on Amazon and on order. While I wait for that to arrive, I'm using the Bluetooth connection between my Pixel and the receiver. Bluetooth was automatically configured when plugged in, which I did not expect and was pleased to see. The Bluetooth works great and is quite a nice upgrade from my Subaru's factory receiver, which left much to be desired. This model was the least expensive receiver they sold at $400. It cost another $75 to enable the steering wheel controls. There were also various other parts, such as a wiring harness, that needed to be purchased. There is also a new microphone in my ceiling, which I did not expect. One thing my wife wanted was a backup camera, which cost $200 installed. The backup camera automatically turns on when the car is put into reverse. Altogether, this cost us $900, including installation and sales tax.